it's time for a new buzz.
This is the L2C Media Network, and this is Sports Final, brought to you by William Hill Sportsbook. Let's get interesting. And by the L2C Media Network. Now, with the headlines that goes into details in the Thursday night thunderation, here he is, our own Wart the Wizard, Steve, the Baxman Bax. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Sorry we were a little late, folks, but as you can probably hear in the background, NASCAR is back. They are right now doing the second race of the Gatorade Duel. Well, it used to be called the Gatorade Duels. Just now, I guess there's another group of folks that have the rights to it, but we'll just call it the Duels at Daytona. For this Sunday's Daytona 500, we will give you the results. Hopefully we'll have the results, which actually sets the field for Valentine's Day. Yes, they're racing on Valentine's Day. And as we all know, NASCAR loves a lover.
But then you see Chase Elliott jump down. I don't know if the car got loose there, Clint, or what happened. He tried to jump down in front of the one. Moved up in front of the four, but now he moved out line.
So anyway, let's get on with it. Shall we? We shall. Let's give you some headlines and some scores and everything else. And boy, we got a load of stuff for you. Let's take you, of course, to National Football League, where stories be stories, and we got a report that the Las Vegas Raiders are reportedly parting ways with one of their top wideouts. Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network reports that the Raiders plan to release wide receiver Tyrell Williams at the start of the new league year in March. Now, Williams missed the entire 20 because of a torn labrum, but should be healthy in 2 to 3 weeks, according to Pelissero and Ian Rappaport. And Ian Rappaport reports that $11.5 million in salary will come off the books for the Raiders. Well, I'll be darned. Williams signed a 4-year, $44.3 million deal with the Raiders heading into the 2019 season, and he immediately stepped in as one of Derek Carr's top targets in 14 games played. Williams caught 42 passes for 651 yards and 6 touchdowns, despite a nagging foot injury. He led all Raiders wide receivers in yards and led the team in receiving touchdowns coming into 2020. Williams was supposed to be one of the leaders of this new look wide receiving core, but he tore his labrum and was forced to miss the entire season. The Western Oregon product went undrafted in 2015, but got a chance with the LA Chargers and worked his way up from practice squad to starter. His best season came back in 2016 when Williams caught 69 passes for 1,059 yards and 7 touchdowns. Williams now healthy. He should receive interest on the open market. He is set to turn 29 this week and has enticing size. At 6'4", while injuries have derailed his career as of late, Williams has shown off the ability to make explosive plays and find the end zone. Ain't that a hoot? There you go. So the Raiders making the first move. And it may be cold, it may be snow, but folks, we got some big words to pronounce today. And those big words are: pitchers and catchers report to spring training. That's right. The sounds of baseball. will be heralded through the air. Yes. And schedule is out for all the teams, but we're concentrating on the Tigers. Why? Because they're our team. And for the first time in, well, ever, if you're looking for the Tigers to make an appearance on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, 2 words, forget it this year. The Tigers are not on the list of teams to do a lovely, the Tigers will not be airing on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Right now, let's get back to more headlines. And in the NBA, we got another person wanting to trade, and that's J.J. Redick. He may be having one of his worst seasons as a professional, but the veteran sharpshooter is still attracting interest among contenders. The New Orleans Pelicans are reportedly open to trading Redick, but according to Mark Berman of the New York Post, he has a preference destination, New York. Redick's family lives in Brooklyn, so according to Berman's sources, he would prefer to land with either the Knicks or the Nets. Now, the Knicks have enough cap space to absorb Redick's contract in a trade without. They got a somewhat more complicated situation to sift through. Most of their salary is devoted to players that play. The one exception is the injured Spencer Dinwiddie. The Nets might be open to dealing him, but defense and rebounding would likely be a higher priority more than shooting. If the Pelicans are unable to deal Redick, a buyout would also be a possibility for getting Redick to New York. The Nets would have another advantage on that front as they have both their mid-level exceptions and a disabled player exception granted after Dinwiddie's injury to spend on the buyout market. There's also a possibility that Pelicans choose to keep Redick through, though, and that is an option that had likelier in recent days. The Pelicans have won 6 of their past 9 games and are currently tied with the Dallas Mavericks. By the way, we have news on them shortly. For the final Western Conference play-in spot, if New Orleans believes it has a genuine chance to make it into the postseason, it would likely prefer to keep Redick, who is shooting over 64% on three-pointers since returning to the rotation 5 games ago. 36-year-old Redick has made the playoffs every year of his career prior to last season, but has never won a championship. Reuniting with his family in Brooklyn would seemingly give him a chance at doing so. That makes the Nets one of the likeliest possible destinations for Redick, but the Pelicans don't need to rush this decision as long as they are in the hunt. They can afford to be patient with their best shooter. I don't blame them. Now, what about this news concerning? I keep trying to find words. But what about this big old announcement that we have for you? Well, if you recall, last night we had was it last night? Yeah, well, last night we gave you word that the Mavericks were not going to allow the national anthem to be played at their home games. Well, oh, you got news for you. The Dallas Mavericks, they made Adam Silver make this notation. The NBA, Vinny. The NBA has denied the Mavericks' request to not play the national anthem at their home games. That's right. That is.
First caution of the entire night comes on
Well,
lap 36.
that's right. The Dallas Mavericks, thank you, boys, for finding the right thing, will reluctantly, again, play the national anthem before home games the day after team owner Mark Cuban confirmed to the media that they had not played the anthem this season at his direction. NBA Chief Communications Officer Mike Bass said in a statement released Wednesday afternoon, quote, with NBA teams now in process of welcoming fans back in their arenas, all teams will play the national anthem in keeping with long-standing league policy. Now, the Mavericks are scheduled to host the Atlanta Hawks on Wednesday night and will play the anthem going forward. Cuban said in a statement, we respect and always have respected the passion people have for the anthem in our country. I have always stood for the anthem with a hand over my heart, no matter where I hear it played. But we also hear the voices of those who do not feel the anthem represents them. We feel they also need to be respected and heard. Because they have not been heard, the hope is that those who feel passionate about the anthem being played will be just as passionate in listening to those who do not feel it represents them. Cuban denied the Mavericks did not play the anthem in their first 13 preseason and regular season home games, breaking with the universal practice for professional sports in America. Well, one that has become fraught in recent years is athletes who seized on the moment to protest racial injustice and other causes. Cuban denied to the media a report from The Athletic, the first to break the story, that the organization had decided not to play the Star-Spangled Banner at the American Airlines Center moving forward. Quote, that is incorrect. We've given no comment on what our plans are. So, well, there you go. Bujin. And right now we're halfway done with the second race in the duel at Daytona to set the field for this Sunday's Daytona 500. We'll let you know who's in and who's out tomorrow night at 11:30. Right now, some NFL news, and we got somewhat. Where is Carson Wentz wanting to go? Well, reports have indicated that for reportedly fielding and now proactively initiating trade conversations regarding the quarterback, and yet days after Super Bowl weekend, whispers of an impending deal. No move seems imminent. That's in part because the Eagles aren't getting what they're looking for in return for the and franchise legend Ron Jaworski claims he knows the best offer they've gotten. Said Jaworski to WPVI's Jeff Skversky on Thursday. The Eagles and general manager Howie Roseman are trying to prop Carson Wentz up to create the best value. The talk is they're going to get a number one, almost similar to what Detroit got in the Jared Goff situation. That won't happen here. That will not happen. My understanding is that the Colts have offered 2 second-round draft choices, maybe a third or fourth somewhere down the road. That appears to be the best offer, the best actual offer, end quote. Now, Indianapolis has long been the most popular destination among speculated landing spots for Wentz, not only because the Colts have a dire and admitted need for a new punky QB, but because Wentz has a friendly and successful history under coach Frank Reich, his former Eagles offensive coordinator. Coach GM Chris Ballard, meanwhile, hasn't denied that Indy has explored Wentz as a potential trade target, with multiple reports suggesting the Colts and Bears are the perceived or perceptive frontrunners in talks for former Pro Bowler. According to Jaworski, however, the Eagles appear adamant about getting at least one first-round pick back for Wentz. Adam Schefter of ESPN reported in January that Philadelphia would likely seek a minimum of a first rounder in exchange for the QB. Now, for what it's worth, assuming the Colts picked in a similar spot in the 2022 draft, a pair of second rounders would be the rough equivalent of a late first rounder, as Kemsky of Philly Voice noted. As for the possibility of Philly holding firm and ultimately welcoming Wentz back in 2021, even though the QB reportedly prefers a fresh start elsewhere, Jaworski doesn't see it, telling Skiversky the two sides' relationships have really gone off the rails. We couldn't agree more. All right. Let's get busy. Let's get jiggy. Let's get you the NBA scores before we head on over to college people. Excuse me. So, if you're ready, here we go. NASCAR starts in 3 days. I can't wait. All right, 6:33 left to play in the fourth. It's the Golden State Warriors 95, Orlando Magic 91. 2:28 left to play in the third. It is the Philadelphia 76ers 85, Portland Trailblazers 82. Here's some final scores for you. Miami Heat over the Houston Rockets 101-94. Boston Celtics over the Toronto Raptors 120-106. Indiana Pacers over the Detroit Pistons 111-95. I don't know if they're going for a first rounder, but it sure sounds like it. And that is all there is for the NBA. Here's a good rule. Let's get you to the men and women's basketball. Where are we here? Thank you. Let's go to ladies first. Let's get to the ladies basketball before we throw towards the gentlemen. And here we go. Hello. All right, here we go. Before we take our break. First rank, number one ranked South Carolina, 77-62 winner over Missouri. Third ranked Louisville, a 85-70 winner over Georgia Tech. Fourth ranked North Carolina State over Clemson, 86-65. 12th ranked Michigan over Purdue, 62-48. Number 20 Kentucky, a 71-56 winner over 16th ranked Tennessee. 17th ranked Gonzaga, 78-66 winner over San Francisco. 18th ranked Arkansas, 86-80 winner over Memphis State. Rutgers over number 21 ranked Northwestern, 70-54. 24th ranked Georgia, 74-54 winner over Auburn. Northern Colorado, a 67-50 winner over Sacramento State. Louisiana, a 65-51 winner over ULM. Santa Clara, 77-76 winner over Portland. Belmont, an 82-73 winner over Eastern Kentucky. UNLV, 74-62 winner over Boise State. Jacksonville State, a 56-58 winner over Eastern Illinois. Drake over Southern Illinois, 74-70. Georgia Southern, 77-68 winner over Georgia State. Virginia Tech, a 75-55 winner over Miami of Florida. Morehead State, 74-48 over Tennessee State. Tennessee Tech, an 81-42 winner over SIUE. Wake Forest in overtime over Pittsburgh, 64-61. Ole Miss over Alabama, 67-62. Chattanooga, a 74-45 winner over Western Carolina. Florida over LSU, 73-66 in OT. Troy over South Alabama, 85-45. UNC Greensboro over Furman, 62-56. Wolford over Sanford, without Sun, 70-62. Florida State a 67-52 winner over the 'Cuse. Iowa 88-81 winner over Nebraska. Montana 61. I better get this. 61-46 win over Weber State. Fresno State over the Air Force 62-54. Wyoming over Utah State 68-56. Idaho State 63-58 over Idaho. Montana State a 73-42 winner over Eastern Washington. San Diego 82-73 win over St. Mary of California. BYU over Pacific 65-52. Portland State over Northern Arizona 75-73. Postponed and or canceled: Valparaiso, Indiana State, Boston College, North Carolina, and Mercer and Eastern Tennessee. That's a wrap on that subjective. Now, let's meet halfway the Funville here as we go now to the men. That's right. We had the ladies. It's now time for the men to take their bow and get you all the scores from there. All right. Let's get to it. 2 games are still going on right now. 129 left. It is Boise State 78, UNLV 63. They just hit the half. It's Washington State over UCLA 42-32. The scoreboard, and we got a bell ring. We got a bell ring. Number 20, Southern California 69-54 winner over Washington. 24th ranked Purdue, a loser to Minnesota, 71-66. Austin P, a 71-50 winner over UT Martin. Longwood, a 57-54 winner over Gardner-Webb. Pacific, an 84-57 winner over Portland. Wagner, 76-72 winner over Farley Dickinson. Utah, 76-75 winner over California. Georgia State, a 78-75 winner over Georgia Southern. Presbyterian, an 85-70 winner over Hampton. High Point, a 77-73 winner over Charleston Southern. Winthrop, an 80-64 winner over Radford. Campbell, a 72-71 winner over USC Upstate. Merrimack, a 62-46 winner over Central Connecticut State. Kansas, a winner over Iowa State, 87-64. Montana, a 60-67, 80-67 victory over Weber State. Mount St. Mary over LIU, 66-60. St. Francis of Brooklyn over St. Francis of Pennsylvania, 70-67. South Alabama, 73-70 winner over Troy. Winthrop over Radford, 80-64. Campbell, a 72-71 winner over USC Upstate. Merrimack, a 62-46 winner over Central Connecticut State. Kansas beat Iowa State, 87-64. Montana, an 86-7 winner over Weber State. Mount St. Mary's over LIU, 66-50. St. Francis of Brooklyn, a 76-7 winner over St. Francis. South Alabama over Troy, 73-70. Colorado over Stanford, 69-51. Texas, a 63-56 winner over Arlington. Eastern Washington, a 93-72 winner of Merrimack. The Merrimack, 83-77. Arizona, 70-61 winner over Oregon State. ULM over Louisiana, 72-66. Jacksonville State over Eastern Illinois, 76-64. Fresno State over Air Force, 69-63. Oregon, 75-64 winner over Arizona State. Belmont, a 92-74 winner over Eastern Kentucky. Iowa State, 68-43 over Idaho. Moorhead gets ready, steady, and here now, our national anthem. Yeah, right. Let's see. Belmont over Eastern Kentucky, 92-74. Idaho State over Idaho, 69-43. Moorhead State, 79. Tennessee State, 66. SIUE, an 81-63 winner over Tennessee Tech. Here are the bad news: is the postponed and or canceled races were number 1 Gonzaga at Santa Clara, number 6 Illinois, and number 3 Michigan. East Carolina at Temple, DePaul at Xavier, Drexel at Delaware, UNC Asheville, UNC on East Carolina, Temple, DePaul, Xavier, Delaware, Drexel, UNC Asheville, USC Upstate, Cincinnati, Memphis, Bryant, Sacred Heart, New Mexico, Colorado State, Pepperdine, LMU, St. Mary, and BYU. All of those games postponed. All right. Wow. Man. Yeah.
This is far from being settled. 2 Chevys out front, 3 Chevys out front, which all on the inside lane. Mark Truex with the Toyota trying to pull the outside up even. And at the transfer.
All right. Wow. That was big, and we are waiting to let's get you the NHL scores. But first, let's tell you what's coming up on Rekieta Law. It is the anniversary of tonight on Rekieta Law, on Law Explaining the Interwebs. I mean, Nick was busy today because he was streaming the second impeachment joke of Donald Trump. Tonight, at his regular spot in time, it's Vic anniversary recap with Cody from Anime Outsiders. That's tonight. Please feel free to give it a watch or a listen after this show. Once again, Rekieta Law channel here on YouTube. Law Explaining the Interwebs with Nick Rekieta, the humble Minnesota attorney. He's already begun it. So, folks, please feel free to watch the end of this because we're going to tell you who did it. Anyway. Oh, boy. All right, let's, what do we do now? Oh, yeah. William Hill Sportsbook. Mind you, that sportsbook, online sports betting, is now in Michigan, and the William Hill Sportsbook is the originator. So give them a call. Download the William Hill Sportsbook, and let's make it interesting. Of course, if you have a gambling problem, 1-800-270-7177. 1-800-270-7177. Gamble responsibly. All right, let's get you over from the hardwood to the hard ice or hard synthetic ice. And we had a lot of palooza tonight. of games. Let's get you most of them are finals. 2 of them aren't, which is actually 3 of them aren't. Somewhere. Let's give you the games that are just continuing. Early in the third period, it is the Calgary Flames 3, Vancouver Canucks 1. 3:28 left in the third period. Anaheim Mighty Ducks 1, Vegas Golden Knights nada. And early in the third, the LA Kings lead the Sharks 6-2. We keep going. Florida Panthers over the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-2. Pittsburgh Penguins over the New York Islanders 4-3. Blue Jackets over the Lynn Steel Chicago Blackhawks 6-5 winners. The Blue Jackets got 6 points. Blackhawks got 5. So the Blue Jackets handed the Lynn Steel Chicago Blackhawks somewhat of an embarrassing loss. 6-5 final score. Let's see. Edmonton Oilers over the Canadiens 3-0. Nashville Predators over the Detroit Red Wings 3-2. Oh, we forgot. Do we have to? Yes, we do. Lightning Panthers, Florida Panthers 5-2. 5-2 winners over Tampa Bay Lightning. Ekblad for Florida, 1 goal, 1 assist. Wenberg, 1 goal, 1 assist for Florida. 2 for Florida, 1 for Tampa Bay, and that happens to be point with 2 goals. In the shootout, Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Islanders 4-3. Rust had no rust. 1 goal, 1 assist for Pittsburgh. Malkin for Pittsburgh, 1 goal. Pagel for the Islanders, 1 goal. Blue Jackets beat the Linda Steel Chicago Blackhawks 6-5. Atkinson for Columbus, 1 goal, 3 assists. Kane for Chicago, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Roslovic for Columbus, 2 goals. Oilers of Edmonton over the Montreal Canadiens 3-0. McDavid for Edmonton gets a goal, gets an assist. Smith from Edmonton gets his 38th save. And Nurse for Edmonton, you got, 1 goal. Yay. As we said, Predators beat the Red Wings 3-2. Fabro for Nashville, 1 goal. Josie for Nashville, 2 assists. And Ellis for Nashville, 1 goal. Jets beat the Senators 5-1. Hellebuck for Winnipeg, 41 saves. Stastny for Winnipeg, 1 goal, 1 assist. Appleton for Winnipeg, 1 assist. The Carolina Hurricanes whipped the Dallas Stars by a score of 5-3. Stahl for Carolina, 1 goal, 1 assist. Hintz for Dallas, 1 goal. Niederreiter for Carolina, they got a goal as well. Postponed or canceled games: Devils Flyers, Capital Sabres, Blues Wild, and Coyotes Avalanche. Oh, boy, what did I be? Oh. Boy. There you go. Okay. Wow. We got more to do. Let's give you the let's give you our view as we get to it. We got a couple of stories for you in the media world. And first, Jason Whitlock, Outkick departure was a byproduct of my failure to properly vet my business partners. Well, talking about buyer's remorse. Jason Whitlock did what he could. Last month, Clay Travis announced the sudden departure of Jason Whitlock from Outkick, the media venture that Travis founded, which has recently gone on an aggressive hiring blitz. The split came as a surprise, given Whitlock had only been with Outkick since June after exiting FS1 a few weeks earlier. Whitlock had moved from Los Angeles to Nashville, where Outkick is based, and had been quite active in creating content for the venture, thus making the split raise some eyebrows. In media circles, fueling the intrigue was Whitlock's cryptic tweet on his exit. Quote, "Do not believe anything written or said about me unless I say so. All else is fake news." Fast forward to today, and Whitlock has finally given his version of the split in an exclusive interview with Front Office Sports. And he says, "Clay and our third partner, Sam Savage, misrepresented the business of Outkick. Both Clay and Sam told me directly, and my lawyer in writing, that Sam's equity value in Outkick was contingent on Sam investing $500,000, which is $500,000. Shortly after I arrived on Outkick, my lawyer was told that things were going so well financially that Sam no longer needed to invest $500,000 to get an equity stake in Outkick. I objected. I confronted Clay and Sam about it. Clay said he didn't want to waste time or energy pursuing Sam's investment. I found this preposterous and baffling. My equity in Outkick was based on sweat. I believe my sweat is far more valuable than Sam's." Sam, of course, disagreed. He told me that my arrival at Outkick was a kick in the nuts and that all three of us should own 1/3 of Outkick. Sam refused to pay the $500,000, and his consulting firm, Savage Ventures, charged Outkick $42,000 a month for work that I deemed amateur, in my view. Sam Savage, the person with the smallest stake in Outkick, where are we here? And the least amount of value exercised most control over the company. I told Clay in November that I was going to exit Outkick unless Savage invested the $500,000 he committed, and we backed away from using Savage Ventures. It was a bad business deal, a byproduct of my failure to properly vet my business partners. Outkick responded in a statement to FOS. Outkick provided Jason access to all information necessary to make an informed business decision regarding joining the company. Nothing at all was misinterpreted to him or his lawyer in any way whatsoever. He chose to leave after a short tenure, and as we said over a month ago on the site, when we announced he was leaving, we continue to wish him well. Now, in the interview, Whitlock also denied having to pay $500,000 to become an owner in Outkick, which was something that was reported by the folks at the Washington Post. What's clear in reading Whitlock's comments from the interview is that the actual funding of the business was a major sticking point to the equity holders, and one they didn't seem to see eye to eye on. So now, what's going to happen? Well, Whitlock hints in the interview he's been talking to Blaze and Fox News for his next landing spot. Throws cold water on the idea of going back to either ESPN or Fox Sports. As for the business at hand, it seems like so many things in life, the real winners will be billable hours. Wow. And the second story is definitely one worth watching. And here it is. The next round of NFL broadcast rights are near completion. That's right. So let me tilt this. Are near completion. The only holdup is Sunday Ticket and the cherished Thursday night package. The NFL's current media deals are set to expire after 2022. As negotiations have unfolded with the current right holders and other outlets, it's becoming clear that not much is going to change with core rights. Pardon and more.
And if the leader makes it all the way around a white flag under green, the next flag will end the race.
CBS, NBC, and Fox all look set to hold on to their current packages, which limits the moving parts remaining. Those include ESPN's rights as well as the coveted Thursday night package, which remained up in the air. The situation was summed up nicely by NBC's Barry Young, who reports that the deal would be done already if not for the Thursday issue. There's speculation on a streaming service such as Amazon could bid on the whole package, but with Fox, CBS, and NBC no longer interested in simulcasting the game on a third-party streaming service, Amazon will have to find another partner to produce the games. Now, there's a possibility ESPN could take on the Thursday night football game, and air that game on ABC, but that would mean helping a rival streaming service as it tries to grow its own ESPN Plus offering. Two of the people said all of the media rights deals would have been finalized had the Thursday package been resolved. Now, ESPN had been hoping to find a way into the Super Bowl rotation for a while now, and they also want to include games on ABC. There's also the issue of Sunday Ticket, which DirecTV looks likely to give up, at least as an exclusive offering. Beyond that, though, the league seems pretty much set, and they also have incentive to iron out the following package, or the final package. As Young notes, the league wants it done in order to finalize the salary cap ahead of this offseason. They're looking to finalize framework of the new TV rights agreement in the next few weeks and want to do so before setting the 2021 salary cap figure in March. Well, stay tuned. This is getting interesting, don't you think? Okay, 12:22 right now, and it is time for some football. Not the pigskin kind, the round one with black and white hexagons, otherwise known as soccer. Let's get y'all latest in the view of what happened on Thursday. Here we go. In the FA Cup 5th round, Southampton over Wolverhampton, 2-0. Chelsea over Barnsley, 1-0. Club World Cup, Bayern Munich defeated Tigres, 1-0. And Al Ali and Palmeiras tied at 0, but Al Ali won 3-2 on penalty kicks. Women's Champions League, round of 32, Branbury IF women and Valerengo women tied at 1, but Brøndby women won 5-4 on penalties. In Spanish Copa del Rey, Athletic Bilbao and Levante tied at 1. French Coup de France, Sochaux defeated Saint-Étienne 1-0. Angers 2, Rennes 1. Brazilian cities Ceará and Sao Paulo tied at 1. Corinthians and Atlético Paranaense tied at 3, and Fluminense and Athletic Mineiro tied at goose eggs. That's right, and there you go. I want to say hi to Facebook, Twitter, Gab Social. Also want to say hi to Minds, to Instagram, and TikTok, and everybody else on social media. How do you do, folks? Glad to have you. And it's time to bring you the scores as we are about almost at the end of another wild night in sports. And just looking now at the monitor here in our palatial studios, and wow, what can I tell you? The second part of the duels, which was delayed by rain, oh, beautiful. What can I say but beautiful? So the field is set for Sunday's Daytona 500. And like I said, we'll give you all the results and action tomorrow right here on Sports Final. Incredible way to finish up the duels at Daytona. So as we said, the field is set. Let's wrap things up with our scoreboard. In Sweden, in hockey, Brynäs beat Malmo 2-0. And believe it or not, that's all there is. You've got to be kidding me. That can't be all there is. But, yep, that's indeed all there is. Well, except let's go for the last two bits and pieces of our headlines. Whilst, wow. Here we go. The Seahawks. Wow. Months after leading the race for 2020 NFL MVP, Russell Wilson is suddenly the latest centerpiece of offseason quarterback. Jason La Canfora, the CBS Sports NFL insider, reports that teams have begun sniffing around about the Seahawks star's potential trade target. Wilson himself aired frustrations with his supporting cast in Seattle. Now, as speculation ramps up regarding more than a dozen logical suitors for former Super Bowl champion, the Seahawks are reportedly getting more and more calls from teams checking in on the QB, all while navigating their own unhappiness with Wilson over his recent comments. NBC Sports' Dan Patrick reported earlier Thursday the Seahawks management is not happy with Russell Wilson and his camp for going public with his concerns about things like personal involvement and on-field protection over the years. Quote, "You wonder if they're going to be able to coexist. The current situation is not sustainable." The 32-year-old Wilson, an 8-time Pro Bowler and one of the consensus top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, just signed a 4-year, $140 million extension with Seattle in 2019. Due $32 million this year, he would actually cost the Seahawks $7 million against salary cap this year, in addition to prompting a record $39 million dead cap hit if he were traded prior to June 1st. And, we got about 2 minutes remaining. Well, we're slowly getting out of time, and in fact, we are over our 45 minutes of allotment. So we got a couple of sports leftovers we'll bring you tomorrow on our Friday night show, and we want to say thank you all very much for listening, watching, caring, and supporting our little show. That is it for Sports Final on a Thursday when the Daytona 500 has now been set thanks to, once again, the duels at Daytona. So stand by. We'll give you all the order tomorrow here on Sports Final. Until then, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to try to be more loud, more proud, and more insane and creative tomorrow and on down the line as sports returns and fun is the order of the day. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night. God bless. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I am Steve the Baxman Baxley. And that's all from Jackson at this time. Good night, everybody, and be well. Blessings.